Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hi, Aaron. Anonymous here. I want to keep you anonymous because you're very precise and specific. You did a video request for me in 2015 titled Ladies Corner. No ladies you can't have at all. Every time I watch the video, I just want to puke. Luckily, I followed your advice and I'm in the best position I've ever been in. Awesome. It's amazing how truth works. I want to jump off the cliff. No, don't jump off the cliff. Oh my God, remember that video I had you do for me where you told me not to jump off the cliff? Well, I mean, gravity and reality. And yeah, so many of you may think I'm a genius, but no, I'm just telling people not to jump off cliffs. How did he make his fortune? He told people not to jump off cliffs. Genius. I have what others would call a good problem to have. Me and my husband just gave birth to our first child, and I'm having somewhat of a hard time making up my mind on what to do about work. I know what I want to do, but just can't seem to pull the trigger for one, you know what you want to do. Okay. Can't pull the trigger for one reason or another. When I wrote to you back in 2015, I was still in nursing school and finished in December 2016. Awesome. I promised to my husband I became pregnant on December 10th. How do you promise someone you're going to get pregnant in a specific month of a specific year? Okay, if you have the magic touch, let us know. However, had a miscarriage in March of 2017. That's too bad. After the tragic loss, we both worked 2 jobs and cleared up all of our debts. Good. By following the Dave Ramsey plan. Good. We also bought a fixer-upper in 2018 and paid cash to do all the cosmetic work inside the house. We were planning on doing the roof siding and windows this year, but found out we were expecting again. The siding, you can let it go. The roof, unless it's in really bad shape, you can let that go. The siding, you can let go. Windows, dude, all you gotta do, caulk. That's really what you gotta do is caulk. My old house was built in the late 1800s, and I just put towels, and it wasn't pretty, but it worked. Those aren't major, well, they're major expenses, but they're not vital. Again, unless the roof is leaking or something like that. So you can postpone that a year. Or caulk. This year, but found out we're expecting again. Everything went on hold. We had 6 months expenses saved already, so we just focused on saving for the baby. Then I was put on bed rest for 7 months of pregnancy because I was a high risk back in July. Delivered a healthy baby in September and supposed to return back at the end of January 2020. Being out of work for 6 months and husband took 9 weeks off for bonding. All right, hang on. How's the kid? In July. Kid's 6 months old. All right. No. 5 months old. However, our 6 to 7 months emergency fund is still intact and still debt-free except our mortgage. The problem I'm having is if I should return to work full-time or not. I really want to be a stay-at-home mom, but continue to work on an as-needed basis, which can be 1 to 2 times a month to keep up my nursing skills. That's perfectly logical. My husband's income is enough to cover our monthly expenses, but we'll have to get medical insurance on our own since his job insurance is ridiculously high, and I will not qualify for insurance due to not being full-time or part-time work. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know what income level you guys are at. But you're the type of people that, you know, whatever government help was created for was intended for. I don't think you're going to find anyone even on the conservative, Republican, libertarian sides like, well, you know. So I would go on the state program, whatever's available under Obamacare in your state, if that's the cheapest. You'd be surprised you could find some pretty cheap insurance, I mean, relatively speaking, after Obamacare. So, yeah, and it is shocking how high insurance is at some companies. I even went to my last long ago. I'm like, how much? I'm like, I'll cut you a deal. Give me only 70% of this, and I'll go get my own damn insurance. Like, no, we can't. And I found out it's because I was young and in shape, and we had to pay extra. So all the old farts could have affordable health care. You won't qualify for insurance due to not being full-time or part-time work. Plan A, if I work full-time, we'll be able to do the work on our home sooner rather than later, especially the roof. We have noticed some water stains, so there is some leaking coming in from the roof. I'm not sure if it can be patched up or not. Have to have someone look at it. My monthly income after taxes would be $4,200. Monthly income is full time, which would expedite the home renovation debt free. Also, I will plan to continue in my 403B, pay off the mortgage in 5 to 7 years to be able to purchase a vehicle for me since my 2000. I won't mention the type as a bed rest. Okay, baby will not need to be put in daycare since my husband will be home during weekends at night, which is when I would work. Medical insurance $540 monthly. Plan B, work part-time, 2 days a week, income $2,500 a month. That's not bad. Medical insurance $1,000 monthly. Look at that. 40% of your income wiped out by medical. I sure am glad we had Obamacare and everything's cheap now. Everyone has affordable health care. Let me tell you what we're going to do. For the folks. Medical insurance is higher when part-time. Husband will be home with the baby. Plan C, be a stay-at-home mom, work a couple shifts a month as needed at the hospital. Income $2,000 a month. Medical cut. Well, there's no real difference between C or B. Not really. Medical coverage through Christian Ministries. There you go. $450 monthly for all three of us. There you go. Hourly pay as needed. Usually around $55 an hour since there's no benefits included. That's not bad cash. Here's another thing. Now, you'd have to talk to an accountant, but if you're working on a contract basis, you could write off a lot of stuff. I'm willing to just have one car and run errands when my husband is home during the day since he works at night. I like Plan C more since I'll be able to be home with my baby more, homeschool her, cook all of her meals, keep the house tidy, and be more available to my... Oh my God! You'd be a stay-at-home wife? No, it cannot happen. That's never worked in the history of people working, ever. I'm just so torn because I really want to be home with my daughter and don't want to be obligated to be going to work full time. My husband suggests that I go back for a couple months until we at least fix the roof, but he said he is fine with whatever decision I make. I'm not sure what I want to do, and I don't love my career more than a family. Please do a video response. All right, here's the deal. You don't have just these three options. You have another one. Your acceleration, the rate at which you're paying off your mortgage is admirable, 5 to 7 years. But dude, that is way too fast. Okay? That is way too fast. And you know me, and I'm sure Dave Ramsey, I never read his book or whatever. We're anti-debt, but there are some instances where it's okay to take on debt. And what I would do is one of two things. Either scale, you're not doing Plan A, and you're, I don't see the point of Plan B, because now you got to commit to these 2 specific days. It's only for $1,500 a month. I just would do Plan C. But you're going to do Plan C. You're going to stay at home, take care of your kid, because the work will always be there. The kid will not. The kid needs you. So there's that. There is no major financial difference. You said that you and your husband could get by on his income. It allows you to keep working and bring in a little bit of extra cash, keep your skills up, take your certifications and everything like that. But most importantly, not only is it what's best for the kid, it's what you want to do. And there's a reason for that. It's because that's how we were programmed. Yes, I know it sounds so crazy, but because women act so differently, not you, but in general in Western worlds, it makes you wonder, do women really want to take care of their kids? And then you got to wonder, like, and this shows me, it's just a little bit more sand on this argument that yes, deep down inside, women want to stay at home and take care of their children. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. It's what's in the best interest of everybody. So you absolutely should stay at home with your kid. And I'm not the type of, don't go work, because I do have a friend who is a nurse. And yeah, you got to stay on top of that, and there's certifications and things like that. Plus, I'm of the opinion, you can't just stay at home. You need to get out a little bit. You need to go say hi to your girlfriends and your colleagues over at the office or work. It's good for you. So I would work a couple shifts a month, get you out of the house. That'll be good for your mental health. It'll help with the money. That's not the main reason you're doing it, but you'll get out there. You'll keep yourself current. That's a handsome wage you're making there, $55 an hour. But then it'll allow you to stay at home. And then in addition to Plan C, what I would do is either scale back on your mortgage payments, okay? If there's leaking in the roof, I would, you don't need to make that extra principal payment. You got to think more long term. It's okay if you pay the house off in 9 years instead of 7. Especially when you consider that investing in the roof is going to protect the investment of the house. So either scale back your accelerated mortgage payments, and just have someone repair the roof. You could have, it depends on what condition the roof is in and how expensive it is. Have someone go at least take a look at it. Depending on how savvy your husband is with carpentry, you'd be amazed what caulk solves. Get a bunch of caulk, have them go up there, have them try and fit. It's not rocket science. It is just hard manual labor, as long as the pitch of the roof is not too steep. But if you got a flatter roof, he can get himself up there. He can find out. He can diagnose where it is. See if you can't just temporarily fix it yourself. That aside, you're going to need a new roof. Find out what the quote is. Find out then, do we just delay our payments of the mortgage, by about, say, a year or two? I can't imagine how expensive of a roof that would be. But the other thing that you may want to look into is getting a home equity line to finance the repair of the roof. That's what I would recommend you do. Anything else that's vital. If all of a sudden deciding, it's vital, you got like bees coming in there or something, then maybe it's about time. But the roof, if it's leaking, protect the rest of your investment. This is not only what home equity lines are for, it is the wise and correct thing to do because you're protecting your investment. You should be, what are your interest rates right now? And if you guys have that much equity, you should get approved rather quickly. 3 or 4 year lending tree. Let's take a look. I'm going to imagine if you guys ain't got debt and you paid it off, you got to have a credit score around 700 plus easy. What type of family do you have? Single family home. I wish they'd just give me a number. Oh, Jesus Christ. One mortgage. First mortgage balance. 5,000. Let's call it 10,000 for a roof. I don't know. Whoa. 10,000. They do not have matching lenders for 10,000. Jesus. All right, let's try 40,000. Let's see what that gets you. Home improvement. No. My birth date? Jesus fucking... Just give me... Okay. For an interest rate, I can't imagine more than 5% right now. Go get your home equity line. Go get your thing repaired. Pay that down first, then you're right back on track. You've protected your house. Then you don't have to worry about working full time. You're not going to be in a pinch cash crunch. You're going to still maintain your 6 months emergency reserve. And I know, because I was in that mentality when I was younger, and it bit me in the ass because I started myself in college. It is okay to take out debt for the correct and appropriate things, especially if those things are securitized collateral for your mortgage. All right? So I would even go to the bank that you have your mortgage with, assuming they haven't sold, and say, hey, do you got that? Because if you got your mortgage through a local small bank, they'll be like, yeah, maybe we should get a roof on that house so our collateral isn't compromised. That's what I'd recommend you do. And you can go to credit unions too. They're comparable. They're not the greatest in terms of efficiency, but they're comparable. And that's what I would do. So plan C, stay at home with your kid, work a couple days a month. 3, have, your dad, your husband watch over it. It's the kid, the child. He could, pinch hit here or there. See if you got some friends. It's okay to have a babysitter every once in a while. But yeah, dude, stay home, raise your kid. Because you're not... Many people who've had kids... who I'm like, wow, how did your kid turn out so great? They both told me the same thing. you have 5 years. Starting now, 5 years. Right? And if you don't take care of the kid and you're around, they're gone. They're done. So now is the time. And that 5 years is going to go by really quick. I got a niece who's now off in kindergarten. And then you can now go back to work if you wanted to. But you will not have these 5 years ever again with that child. Make them count. All right? The child is not less important. I know you're not competing against the career, but your finances, you're worried about that. The child is not less important than the finances. And your finances are perfectly fine. Go get a home equity loan, repair the roof, and don't worry about it. And then, I know you guys don't have, they sent some pictures, which was real nice. A very nice looking family. The husband is, he's all decked to the nines. She's dressed real pretty. They just look like a happy family. You're going to enjoy Christmas. So enjoy Christmas. Get a home equity loan. I forgive you of the guilt of taking on more debt. All right, questions, answers, links down to everything below. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.